Hello, everyone. This is Ahmed Mahmoud from DataMindAI. This session is part of the Lakeflow Masterclass. And today we are going to see the slowly changing dimension type 2 in the Lakeflow and how it is implemented as in SQL. Yeah, so that's what we're going to see. But just to explain what is happening overall, and then we'll go to the code. Now, first, let's see what code are you going to use. Imagine that there is a CDC. So you have a SQL server, for example, where you have enabled CDC there. This is very important. You need to enable it there. And then this is a SQL server who will give you the change, what is changing there. This is the source, yeah? So the database is going to put somewhere what the change, the insert, the delete, the update, and it is going to be placed one line at a time for each event. Yeah. So each event as well will have extra metadata, like for example, what is the operation? The operation meaning whether it's an insert or a delete or an update. The line you're talking about now. The other side would be like when it happened, the operation date. And also you would find like other also metadata within that one. So for us though, these two column, these two metadata is very important when you do CDC and then you do Lakeflow to move it to Databricks. Now this one is assuming that that side Lakeflow moves the data from the source and put it as a stream. So we're talking about still a stream. Put it in a volume in Databricks, and now we are doing the SCD 2, for example. So to do that bit, the you need to do first of all you need to create the streaming table for the SCD. Yeah, slowly changing dimension. This is like historical one. So meaning you are keeping the history of what is happening. So for example, if someone changes his address and then which one do you keep, the new one, the old one, or both of them? So what we are saying here is we need to keep both of them because for to give us like insight for the future for analysis. So the SCD is like putting historical data without deleting them, so that so you will say, um, for example, the if the name changes or the address changes or the whatever any change which happened, we keep the old and the new together in one table. So this is the challenge we are going to face, and for that one, we are going to create a table, but this table is going to receive streaming. So we will say create or refresh a streaming table called SCD. This is customers we are dealing, and then we can give it like a metadata information about this table, what it's doing. So it's saying it's a slowly changing dimension type 2 data we are going to keep here. So this is the information we keep at the comment. And then this is the key part here. So once we create this one, this is the table is there now to hold streaming data, SCD data. It has been created. Now we need to do a couple of things. The first one is you need to create like some called flow, like a pipeline, yeah, pipe, call it a pipe or pipeline, yeah. You need to create that flow, and then you need also to have an engine which pushes the data or move the data from the place where the previous place, which is in this case we have created like again a CDC, sorry, a streaming table called customers underscore CDC underscore clean. So we applied some kind of quality data into that one. So we are going to take that table, yeah, for our SCD. So we are going to take from that one. So data from there using this auto CDC into this functionality, which is going to move it using the flow we gave it, the flow which we gave it here, SCD underscore customers underscore CDC underscore flow. Now we've done this bit. Now we need also to give, because this is declarative one, we need to give like which one is like the primary key or the main key for Databricks to work with. Because if you have like, for example, 100 record for one customer, so if it is identified by an ID, so the Databricks or this flow or the engine should know that this 100 is one customer. And to identify that they are one customer, you have an ID, and we need to give it like as a keys. So this is one area which we need to put an ID. And then the second one is like, this is again, if you want to, there is on the operation field, if there was a delete, what do we do with that? So we are saying we need to delete it again. And then you need to do sequencing, because sometimes data doesn't come like as they have created. They might some data might be delayed, so you need to number them. They according to their sequence of arrival or creation, according to their creation. So they should have a sequence. So one of the one which can help you to do that sequence is the date where that's been created. So operation date is called. So using that one, it will give you like which one came first, which one is first and which one is second. So when you do the update, for example, you update the right one, so you don't update like if someone arrived late, because it came just for example, if there was a change at 9 o'clock, and then there was a change, and then at 2 o'clock there was another change. So which one are you going to update if the 9 o'clock didn't arrive first? So if they arrive after 2 o'clock, the 9 o'clock one, so if you leave it, you are going to update the wrong one. And therefore, you need to have like this sequence. Now, again, as I said before, there are metadata on that CDC. So there are operations, operation date, and rescue date. These are all metadata. So what you are saying is we need to take all the columns except these ones, because they are not important. And then the last one, which is very important here, stored as SCD type 2. This will tell the pipeline that we are interested in the history as well. So put the history, put like, so when you put this one, the pipeline, what it's going to do is like, it is going to go to operation date, and then it will, if there is like a change, it will be the start date and the end date. So it is going to end first one, and then it's going to start the second one using this operation date, So it's going to do that kind of exercise, and also other functionality as well. So this is the key. This is the last one. This is the one which makes the whole script here SCD2, for example. Now, if you see it from a data flow point of view, what you had is like, first you had like the source system where this transaction is happening, the database, it is sending like insert, update, delete, and then you have CDC event, which is the one we said like insert, delete, update. These are the CDC events. So you have the source, you have CDC event, and then you have the cleaning of the data, which is data quality. You need to apply the data you receive. You need to apply like some data quality, and then you need to move those cleaned one, using this auto CDC flow, and then put it into the changing one by declaring that at the last one is a CD type 2. So this is the flow of information, and in the meantime you have what we have done is like a streaming table. These are the target table. They receive streaming data, and then we have a flow. We have named the flow, which is CDC logic encapsulated in a reusable observable flow object, And then we have this SCD type 2 target, which have like start at and end at as well on its table. The table that's been created will have two columns as well on top of uh, the data itself. Yeah. Again, these are metadata. The start and end date is a metadata about that particular file or column. Now we have again, which we need to see these two as well. We have two keys and sequence were very useful. The keys are, as we said, identity binding. So all events sharing the same ID belong to the same customer entity, right? And then it is in the insert update side. You see, without this, Databricks cannot match an update to its existing row in the target. Yeah. Now the second bit is like the sequence by or operation date, which is as we were talking before, out of order handling. So events may arrive late. So this column tells Databricks the true order of the event. Yeah. So that's again, and then it also plays validity propagation. Yeah. The operation date will be very useful to populate the start at and end at on the target table as well. So this is very important here. Nulls for update are not supported here, so they will be dropped before arriving to your pipeline. Now there is another one, this delete and the columns side. So we say there, for example, this is the controlling what gets deleted and what gets stored. Yeah. So for example, we say if you see delete that line, yeah, on the operation, and then if you see, we are saying yeah, bring all these columns except the operation date and the rescue date as well. Yeah. So this is what we are doing, this too. And then so in event you will have append if you're the new one. We are at the append. So the action is no existing version for ID 101, and Nero is inserted with end at, and end at is called null to indicate it is the current active version. Yeah. So this is the side, and the update history build also, as you can see here. So what happens is like whenever a record is updated, there will be an end date populated, and the new start date is created with null end date. Yeah, that's what happens here. And delete, close, not erase. So when you delete something in the SCD2, the deletion will not remove the entry. When there is a delete, what it happens, like it will close it, meaning it will put an end date into it, and it's not going to insert anything. So that's what it means in here as well. So the difference between SCD1 and SCD2 is like in SCD1 you are not concerned about history, so you only update the new one if it's the active one. Wherever is new, that will be the data in there. For example, if you were living in London in October, and then you changed in Birmingham for example, in February, then as far as SCD is concerned, it will take Birmingham because that's the latest one. So it will not have London. So it doesn't show that you were in London at all. So, but the SCD2 will have both of them. It will say you were living in London, and also you are now living in Birmingham. So this is the difference between the two. Now, let us just quickly try to understand or recap the one we have done. So the first part is, like we said, we are going to create a table, and the table is streaming. So it's going to accept streaming table. So that's what you need to do. You need to declare the target streaming table first. Yeah, that's what you do. So you need to tell the pipeline the target streaming table. The target table is called this one, and streaming table, because you are not going to create it. It is the pipeline is going to create. This is declarative one. Yeah, don't forget this one as well. So, and then you have this one. You create a flow. Yeah, you create flow. You name the flow, and they say as. This is create a named observable CDC flow object in the pipeline. Yeah, so you created that object, and then this is the core CDC into, and you put the data into the declared target table. Yeah, so the auto CDC into is a core CDC engine. It's an engine CDC engine, handles update, delete, and insert semantics and out of order events as well. Yeah. So this is his job. It is an engine, CDC engine. Yeah. Auto CDC into, and give that one the destination which you created previously in the first line. Yeah. And then you have the from clause. It reads continuously from the clean CDC source as a stream, not as a batch. Yeah. Again, this is very important because we are dealing with CDC. So this one, the from is again is a stream, and it's reading from the cleaned one, and not the first raw data. Now the other one is the other line is keys, which is ID, identifies ID at the business key. It binds all events to the same ID. So every event will have the same ID. They are the same. They are grouped together. Now you have another one is apply as delete when operation is equal to delete. This marks the matching rows as delete signals, closes current active version in SCD2. So it will close the end date. It will put a date on it instead of now, the end date. Yeah. So the sequence by operations underscore date is orders events by event time, handling late arrivals, population, and also populates start at underscore start at underscore end at of the SCD2 table, streaming table. Now, the columns star except which means projects only customers facing artifacts excluding CDC control fields. Yeah, all the fields we wanted except the metadata, the CDC controlling. Yeah, and then stored as SCD type 2, which means this is again declarative. Don't forget, we are saying our wish list. This is our wish list to the pipeline, and the pipeline will do the rest. Yeah, all the heavy lifting, heavy work will be done by the pipeline. We are listening to the way the pipeline understands. Yeah, we are declaring. Yes, that's why it's called declarative pipeline. We are declaring what you want, and we are declaring that this is going to be stored. We want it to be stored as SCD type 2, right? So this is SCD type 2 in Databricks and the pipeline, how we implement it. And thank you for listening, and see you next. And if you enjoy this session, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I just put every week a different episode and different area of Databricks. So if you like, subscribe, and don't forget also to put a comment at the end of the video here. Thank you very much. See you later.